Iran's ship hunting Phantoms, using Chinese missiles to turn F-4s into maritime strike fighters. The F-4 Phantom third-generation fighter has formed the backbone of the Iranian Air Force. With the Vietnam War-era twin-engine jets relied on to perform a number of roles for the Islamic Republic's defense, ranging from air superiority to reconnaissance, and in recent years even strike missions against terror groups in neighboring Iraq. 6 F-4 squadrons are currently operational, including a single reconnaissance squadron, with an estimated 6 to 10 RF-4E jets, and 5 combat squadrons which between them deploy an estimated 62 to 66 F-4D and F-4E fighters for an average of approximately 13 per squadron. While old, the Phantoms are heavier, faster and can operate from higher altitudes than rival platforms such as the United Arab Emirates F-16E Fighting Falcons and the United States Navy's F-18E Super Hornets. And with extensive indigenous modernization, including the integration of modern sensors, electronic warfare systems, and armaments, they can present a credible threat. Although the F-4E, the most widely serving variant of the Phantom, was designed primarily for air superiority, Iran later acquired 2 F-14 and 2 MiG-29 fighter squadrons and more modern ground-based air defenses, which allowed it to increasingly designate its Phantom strike roles. These include both conventional strikes on ground targets, as demonstrated by operations against Islamic State militants based in Iraq, as well as anti-shipping missions in the Persian Gulf. For the Iranian military, the ability to threaten hostile warships in the waters of the Persian Gulf, particularly the narrow but strategically critical Strait of Hormuz, remains a key capability. Although Iran relies heavily on its ballistic missile arsenal to be able to strike enemy military facilities across the Middle East in the event of war, a growing arsenal of cruise missiles has been developed to neutralize enemy warships and aircraft carriers and thus blunt the ability of potential adversaries to launch strikes onto the country from the sea. Having extensively studied the operations of the United States Navy's carrier strike groups, in particular, the Iranian fleet of attack boats and diesel-powered submarines, including state-of-the-art Russian Kilo-class Black Hole ships, and a number of North Korean-made platforms, are all key to keeping hostile warships at bay and thus deterring a Western attack. The Iranian military has also relied heavily on assistance from China to develop a number of cutting-edge air-launched anti-ship missile systems. Chinese-designed cruise missiles are built in Iran under indigenous designations, much like the country has taken to renaming domestically manufactured North Korean ballistic missiles. The Nasser anti-ship cruise missile, for example, is a direct derivative of the Chinese C-704. With a range of 35 km and the ability to approach enemy warships at very low altitudes, Iranian F-4 fighters have been modified to deploy the munitions, as each Phantom can deploy multiple missiles and can do so far from Iranian coast due to the aircraft's relatively high endurance. Large numbers of Phantoms armed for a maritime strike role can pose a significant threat to enemy warships. The high performance of the missiles compensate for the F-4's performance shortcomings,